Hey guys, it's Joe from AmericanMuscle, and today we're going to be taking a closer look at the Bama Rev X tuner by SCT with two custom tunes, doing all 15, 16, and 17 3.7 liter V6 Mustangs. Now this is going to be a great option for you if you're looking to get more power and drivability out of your Cyclone powered Mustang with some great tunes as well as some tools that come with a tuner like this one at a budget friendly price. So before we get started with the video here, I think we should dive into the numbers. That's what you guys want to see. That's what I want to talk about. So let's let the Bama tunes speak for themselves. What we ran here, 15 V6 with an automatic transmission, 93 octane in the tank for both the baseline and the after run. And what we got was 241 horsepower, 235 foot-pounds of torque at the rear wheels. After we uploaded our 93 octane tune, we saw 258 horsepower as well as 248 foot-pounds of torque. Now that's good for 17 peak horsepower as well as 17 horsepower and 20 foot-pounds under the curve. Pretty respectable numbers from our V6 Mustang, 17 horsepower, 20 torque under the curve. That's something you're definitely gonna feel in that daily driving RPM range, 3,000 to 4,000 RPMs. You're gonna hit that every day. You're definitely gonna feel the increase as well as the improved throttle response and snappier shifts for those automatic cars out there. Now that we've gone over what Bama can do with an otherwise stock V6 Mustang, how can we go about getting those tunes onto your Mustang? Well, as I go through the process here, I want you to remember the words cloud tuning. That's gonna make this a heck of a lot easier to get installed on your Mustang. You never need to connect this thing to a computer at all. So how's it gonna work? Basically, when you buy this thing, you're gonna get an email from Bama with a questionnaire, pretty short for you to fill out, and that's gonna start with some facts. Is your Mustang automatic? Is it manual? It's also gonna ask you for the computer code on your specific Mustang. That is pretty easy to find. We have a guide out there in order for you to find that. And then they're gonna ask you if you have any modifications done to your Mustang so that Bama can tune around those. That's going to include cold air intakes, mass airflow sensors, cams, injectors, fuel pumps, exhaust, rear gears, bigger rear tire sizes, stuff like that. That's all going to be in the questionnaire. Then we're gonna wrap it up with what kind of octane do you want? If you can get 93 in your area, I would recommend going with that, obviously for the biggest gains. If not, 91 will do just fine. Or you can choose 87 for the most efficiency. And then obviously there's two tunes, so I would recommend going again with that all-out race and then 87 just for efficiency's sake. Now that Bama has all your info, it's gonna take them about 2 to 3 days to write and nail down the tune, at which point they're gonna upload it right to the cloud and you can download it right from the Rev X without ever connecting this thing to a computer from the cloud. Just connect to a Wi-Fi, scroll through the menus, pick your tunes, upload right to your Mustang, and you're good to go. We're gonna show you exactly how that works in just a second. Wi-Fi capability also means that updates are gonna come right to this tuner without having to plug it into the computer. It's going to be quick and painless in order to keep this thing up to snuff. Now also with Bama, when you buy this thing, you're going to be enrolled in their free Tunes for Life program. Now Mustang builds, they grow over time, and Bama knows that. Down the line, if you get a new mod that needs a new tune, all you have to do is fill out another sheet, send it off to Bama. They'll rewrite the tune for you, throw it up on the cloud so you can get it on your Mustang again, quickly and painlessly. The Rev X is also capable of data logging, so you can check what your tune is doing and then offload the files to your computer with this wire in the middle. On top of that, this also sports a full color 3-inch LCD display, which could be in the portrait or landscape mode. And that's great because this has live gauges as well. They're going to allow you to monitor air-fuel ratio, intake and coolant temp. If you're going forced induction, boost is in there as well as ignition timing. Last but not least, this also works as a diagnostic tool, allowing you to read and clear those check engine lights as needed. Pricing for this kit is going to be really budget friendly. We're looking at around $400 for everything you need to get this up and running, and that is a great return on investment. Not only are you unlocking some of that power that Ford left on the table, but this also has some great tools and functionality to it for any Mustang owner out there. Definitely well worth the money. Sticking with the theme of the Rev X, install is going to be really quick and easy as well. This plugs right into the OBD2 port. No need to open the hood. No need to plug this into a computer either. At most, I think this will take you about 15 minutes to get up and running in the driveway. We're going to show you a clip on how to upload a tune to one of our S550s. One thing to keep in mind, it's going to be the same process no matter what S550 you have, as they're all the same generation. So without any further ado, let's head over to the Mustang. We'll show you how to upload a tune and what this thing can do.
Guys, first step, grab the harness included in the kit. You're gonna plug the OBD2 side into the port under your driver's side dashboard on the left-hand side. All right, once that's plugged in, take the other end, plug it into the top of your Rev X. Now we're good to start tuning. All right, from the main menu here, guys, we have a lot of options, but I wanna take you straight into actually tuning your vehicle. You're gonna start by selecting Program Vehicle from the top, confirm your VIN. Now, if you're pulling something from the cloud, internet will be required, or if it's the first time you're booting up your device, you wanna connect to the Wi-Fi, so that's gonna be something we're gonna connect to right now, and we'll come back when we begin to select our tune. All right, from here, you wanna make sure your key is on, but the engine has not started, and press continue. All right, from here, we're gonna select 93 race and move right into tuning our vehicle. Now, you'll have a couple of different options, 87, 91, 93. We wanna focus on the highest octane, so 93 performance or 93 race, but from here, you wanna select whichever tune you wanna move forward with. Confirm that it'll disable that preloaded tune. If it says your device is not paired, press confirm to pair it. If you wanna make additional changes to your tune, you can do so now, but we'll hit skip and move forward with that base file that Bama has written for us. We'll press continue. From here, it moves on to save your stock tune to the device. And then after that, of course, it'll move into writing the tune itself. At this point, you don't want to unplug the device or turn the vehicle off unless it tells you to. Just keep an eye on the device. It may tell you to turn the ignition off and on a few times. You want to stand by and let it do its thing. All right, at this point, it's instructing us to turn the key off, back on. All right, programming complete. You can hit done, take you back to the main menu. Now at this point, you can unplug your device and you'll be good to go. Now, instead of us unplugging this, I wanna take you through some of the other features of the Rev X while we're here. So aside from Program Vehicle at the main menu, Gauges and Data Log is your next selection. Now this is going to be great for the guys who want to keep an eye on live engine vitals on the fly and who maybe want to take advantage of data logging right on the device without needing a laptop or another set of devices. From here, you want to select your proper configuration. So we're working in an 18, so you want to scroll down and find Ford Gas 08 and newer. It's a gas vehicle, it's newer than 08. That's the one you want. It's more of the baseline that it starts off with. And there it scans the data log and it'll bring up your gauges. Now, right off the bat, there's two you can track, but you can change this to track up to 8 vitals at once. So in this case, it's tracking boost and control module voltage. But say we want to change control module voltage to coolant temp. You can select that, hit approve, and it replaces that with coolant temp. So now we have boost up top, coolant temp on the bottom. You can go to the right and select gauge layout, and you can change how you track those vitals. So again, you can track up to 8. So this is going to be our biggest viewing screen. So we have boost, power, so on and so forth. Air fuel ratio bank 1. There's so many things you can track. You can replace any of them, and as you can see, there's just a number of different things you can track. RPM, spark advance, so on and so forth. So really useful for guys who want to track this. If you have a windshield mount, or if you want to, track this within arm's reach, you can mount that. That's always a good way to go. And then finally, you can start recording a data log, you can stop recording a data log, and you can select the file to either upload to the cloud to send to your tuner, or if you want to download it, you can do so here. Now, if you hit stop data log, it'll take you right back to the main menu. Under that, vehicle functions will give you a DTC code reader, diagnostic trouble code, otherwise your check engine light. If that comes on, plug this device in. You don't need to go to your local auto parts store. You don't need to pick up a code reader. It's right on this device. It'll give you the code, a description, and allow you to clear it here. Special functions, more like cam relearn, cam reset, those things most people won't need to touch, but it is there. Now, if you go down here, vehicle info and device info are two very similar. Vehicle info is going to give you your VIN, your ECU strategy code, a number of other things relating to your vehicle's ECU. So if you ever need to request a new tune, vehicle info will give you some of those pieces of data that you need. Device info, same thing but for your device. Serial number, device number, the update software that you're on, the firmware version, so on and so forth. And then device settings, the top 4 are going to be pretty important. So you can check for updates, which Rev X or SCT does often put out updates for the Rev X. You can do that here wirelessly, or you can plug it into a laptop and use the device updater. Cloud File Sync allows you to either pull tunes from the cloud that Bama has placed there for you, so you can download that wirelessly, or you can upload your data log files that we just went over to the cloud here, view them, and give them to Bama or your local tuner. Now, uploading data log to cloud, just like I said, that is the selection there, and then Wi-Fi allows you to do those things wirelessly. So if you're trying to connect to the cloud or check for updates, you want to be in access of Wi-Fi. Under that, very simple device things. You can change the brightness, orientation if you want to change it to landscape. Theme, you can change that from dark red to light blue. Just changes things up a little bit right on the fly. You can go light red if you want to go with a white background. Whatever's easier for you. There's a number of different ways you can view this. Finally, audio. There's a beep every time you hit a button. You can turn that off. And you can select the startup function. If you want this to automatically go to your gauges screen or data log screen every time you plug this in, you can set that so every time it turns on, it goes straight to that screen. You can do a factory reset, and then finally back to the main menu. So that's all your Rev X. That's what you'll need to know. It's got some really important features that you can definitely take advantage of.
That's gonna do it for my overview of the Rev X 415 to 17 V6 for this product and other great ones. Keep it right here at American Muscle.